I'm going to go over a 5-year plan year by year and give you exactly what to do while having a full-time job so that 5 years from now, you're financially free, rich, and able to quit your job if you want. Most of you all are willing to work for somebody else for 50. Let's focus on the next 5 and create as much wealth as possible. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some tools and resources to make it happen even faster. Year 1, we are going to focus on the foundations. We are going to set some relationships up that will help you in the future, and we're going to buy some real estate. There are 4 main people that you want to start to build relationships with. You can find all of these people at your local real estate investing meetups, on your local real estate investing Facebook groups, and just generally talking to investors in the area. You're going to want to build relationships with real estate agents, real estate wholesalers, contractors, and short-term money lenders. Those are the only 4 that I want you focusing on this year. This year is going to be focused a ton on getting foundational steps and tools in place so that we can start to step on the gas the next few years. Now, just have some patience because we're going to do 2 deals this year, and it's not going to happen in the first 2 or 3 months. Let's say you want to start in January 2025. You have to have some perspective and some understanding that you're not going to get these 2 deals done by March. You may not even get your first deal on the books until June or July, and that is okay. You have to be okay with not a ton of results, but you can't be okay with not working. You have to put in the work and build these steps, because I promise you, if you follow this plan, in 5 years, you will be able to quit your job if that's what you want. And you have a busy life and a full-time job now, most likely, so you don't have all the time in the world to devote to this. So having realistic expectations is huge. All right, year 1, we're going to do 2 deals. The first deal we're going to do is we're going to do a wholesale deal. We're going to get a property under contract to purchase via the connections we're making or the resources I gave you at the end of this video, but you just have to do 1 wholesale deal. And we're just going to take a national average. We're not going to assume that you're going to do a $50,000 wholesale. The national average for a wholesale deal is $20,000. So it might take you a few weeks, it might take you several months, but you're going to do 1 wholesale this year and make $20,000. It's going to put some money in your pocket for reserves. It's going to allow you to gain the confidence needed to pitch people in the future to raise money from, as well as just get the ball rolling. Now, after we do this first wholesale deal, we're going to have some connections made, and we're going to do 1 flip. And we're just going to say you're going to make $35,000 on a flip. While that's not a little bit of money, that's about average. Of course, some people make a lot more money on flips, but I don't want you doing a $150,000 rehab where you could potentially make $200,000, $300,000. That's just way too much to bite off. We're going to do a quick turn and burn type rehab, and we're going to make $35,000. So that may sound like a lot, but if you take the entirety of 2025 doing 2 deals with everything that you're going to be doing and building relationships with and getting the ball rolling and kind of being a little bit inefficient at first, is a very realistic expectation. And again, I'm going to give you some more resources to do this at the end. On to year 2, we are going to do what we did in year 1, hopefully a little bit sooner in the year, but now we're going to start to add some rentals in the mix to start to add to that active income. We're going to start to build some passive wealth. Again, in year 2, we're going to wholesale 1 deal for a $20,000 profit, and we're going to do 1 flip for a $35,000 profit. So again, you made 55 grand on the side in year 1. Pretty cool. Year 2, you're going to make another $55,000 on the side. And I promise you that when you do it in year 1, you will do it much faster, much easier, and much smoother in year 2. Nobody said this was easy, people. This is going to take a lot of work, but it's worth it. Now that we understand the process of wholesalers and agents and rehabbing, we're going to start to add rentals into the mix. Now, rentals usually happen faster than flips because you don't have to wait for the property to sell. You buy it, you fix it up, and then you refinance it and get it rented. Again, I'm going to give you some resources to do this, but just know you're able to buy rentals using none of your own money. I bought $50 million in rentals using none of my own money, and I'm kind of an idiot, so I promise you can do it. And again, we're gonna take some averages here, okay? So let's say you bought 3 rental properties this year that has an average value of $250,000 with an average mortgage of $200,000, and we're not gonna cash flow a ton because we're buying real estate with none of our own money, so you are going to be cash flowing $250 per door per month. So you did a wholesale, you did a flip, you made $55,000 doing those. You You bought 3 rental properties and your rental portfolio is worth $750,000 and you only owe $600,000. So that means that your net worth just went up $150,000 and you're collecting about $750 a month of cash flow, or about $9,000. Now, you may have the urge to quit your job now, and you can, but I would caution that. Let's hold on at least a couple more years. You having your full-time job and understanding how to do this on the side is going to be very beneficial for you to get more loans and do more deals before you quit your job. Over the past couple of years, you've been developing relationships with the right people. You've gained some confidence. You've got some different funding sources, so you're able to step on the gas a little bit more in probably less time than you spent in year 1 and year 2 because you're more efficient and you have somewhat of a team helping you. Let's slate in 2 wholesales this year, which you can probably smoke that, but let's say you do 2 wholesales, $20,000 profit each. So that's $40,000 profit just on the wholesales. Now, again, you may have to have somewhat of a team or be paying somebody, so that may not all go in your pocket, but that's not a bad amount. And let's say you're going to do 2 flips, $35,000 profits each. So $70,000 in rehab profit. So a little over $100,000 in flips and wholesale profits. Now, since you stepped that game up a little bit, we're not going to step on the gas too much on our rentals yet. You're going to add 3 rentals just like you did the prior year. You doubled your rental portfolio, so now you have a $1.5 million rental portfolio. Congratulations. And you owe about $1.2 million, probably a little bit less, but you have over $300,000 of equity that adds to your net worth. Plus, you're cash flowing about $1,500 a month or $18,000 a year. And this cash flow is tax-free with all the other write-offs you're getting with real estate investing, but specifically the depreciation that you're able to get from owning rental properties. Any cash flow that you get in this dollar amount is going to be tax-free because of depreciation. So that's another added bonus that you're probably not getting in your W-2 job. All right, you excited yet, or are you feeling winded? Either way, we're a little bit over halfway there. Let's not give up. Let's understand that these are year-long chunks I'm taking, so this is all 100% accomplishable. I have people in my mentorship community that have bought 18 and 20 rentals in less than a year and 60 rentals in 2 years. So I promise this is doable. Let's stick with it now. Year number 4, it is time to step on the gas. Let's set yourself up to create financial freedom. I told you we were going to get you rich. Now is when that starts. $100,000 a year in profit and $18,000 a year in rent is great, but we need to do more than that if we want to consider ourselves rich, wealthy, and financially free. We're going to do 3 wholesales this year and get up to $60,000 profit just from wholesaling by getting properties under contract on paper. We're also going to do 3 flips this year. At this point, you will have had relationships with funding sources, with contractors, and with lead sources. This shouldn't be too heavy of a lift. So you're gonna make $105,000 from flips, $35,000 a flip, and $60,000 from wholesale. So now we're starting to make some real money on the side. $165,000 just in your active income with your flips and your wholesales. And you have 6 rental properties. We're gonna add 5 more to the mix. Now you're gonna have 11 rental properties with a value of $2.75 million. So we're starting to scale that rental portfolio. And you're making $3,750 every single month in tax-free cash flow, or about $45,000 a year. So you now made $210,000 between your flips, your wholesales, and your rental cash flow, and you are building a massive rental portfolio. Now's not a bad time to jump ship and go full-time into real estate, but I'm gonna ask you to stick around for 1 more year and see what can really happen once you get the ball rolling. All right, on to year 5. This is where we really step on the gas, especially in the rental game. We're gonna do 3 more wholesales just to get our active income up and to build as much reserve as possible to quit our job. So 3 wholesales, $20,000 each, 60 grand there. We're also going to do 3 flips at $35,000, so $105,000 there. So this $165,000 in active income from flips and wholesales is going to be our plan going forward to keep a steady base of active income so you can enjoy your lifestyle. What we're really going to do to create that wealth is step on the gas in your rental portfolio. You're going to add 10 rentals this year at a $250,000 valuation. So you're adding $2.5 million to your rental portfolio that was worth $2.75 million. So now you're over $5 million in rentals, $5.25 million to be exact, and you're cash flowing $6,250 a month or $75,000 a year. Now you're starting to see passive tax-free income start to accumulate. That's just going to grow over time, and you're getting that active income from your flips and your wholesales. And I didn't even include any property appreciation, any debt pay down, or anything like that. I'm just sticking to simple numbers so you can hopefully grasp the concept. So now you have 21 rental properties and you're getting income from multiple different streams. Now is the time to quit your job and go all in on this. You did all this on the side. You should be able to double or triple these numbers if you go from spending 10 to 15 hours a week on this to spending 40 to 50 hours a week on this. You really should be able to step that game up, especially as you've cultivated these relationships over the past few years. Now, that may seem like a lot, but I promise you it is not, especially if you have the right resources and the right guidance. I'm not here to sell you my mentorship, even though it's probably the best thing for you. If you have any interest in learning my exact methods that kind of plug these gaps, all you have to do is check out the description. There's a free training there. I don't collect your phone number or your email address. It's legitimately free, and it walks you through a little bit more detail on how to do this. Then, of course, you can peace out, or of course, you can schedule a call with my team to see if you're a good fit, but there's no pressure either way, but it is an additional resource that you should be tapping into that's free. I also am extremely excited to announce the software that I've been creating over the past couple of years. It's finally live and active. It's called Deal Pilot. It is a software that will allow you to put this into absolute hyperdrive. It has MLS access, that it uses AI to predict if properties are going to sell. It has a CRM, it has a rehab calculator in there. You're able to do everything that you need to do all in one system. It's all the softwares that you've ever heard of in real estate, all combined into one for an insanely cheap price, because I really want to do this at scale. I'm willing to make a little bit of money for each sign up to do this at scale and to get thousands of people inside the software, because it will absolutely change your life. I'm so confident that I'm giving you a 7-day free trial called Deal Pilot. Check out the description. You can get a free trial of that as well. But I understand that you're not going to follow this exact plan, and I make it sound a lot easier than it actually is. It's a lot of hard work, but if you stick to this plan to a certain degree, you can accomplish a lot. A year is a long time, and I promise you can do at least what I have on this paper, if not more, especially if you have the right guidance. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel to learn for free, hit the notification bell, check out this video over here that walks you through some more detailed versions of what I talked about in this video. See you on the next one.